Hi guys, I'm Ashanti. If you're new here, my hair is a mess, so this is my intro. We're doing a cooking video and I'm so excited. I'm teaching you guys how to make a easy smothered chicken breast, Sunday dinner type of vibes. If you're interested in how to make this smothered chicken, just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is tenderize the meat. Chicken breast can be pretty dry, so I start with actually some baking soda and water, and I fill it up in a bowl, and I just let my chicken breast sit in this mixture for about 15 to 20 minutes. I actually learned this technique making Chinese food, probably about a tablespoon of baking soda and fill it up with water, but that's how you get your chicken to stay very juicy and tender. And after 20 minutes, it's time to get started. Now, I'm going to lay some paper towels out and get the water off the chicken. You want to get the excess moisture off the chicken so that the seasonings can stick to it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm laying out all the chicken on a paper towel, and then I'm going to take another paper towel and lay that on top. And I'm just going to press down gently to get all that excess moisture off. Once I've done that, now it's time to season my chicken. I'm pretty simple when it comes to seasonings. I use sea salt, black pepper. I like the restaurant ground pepper because I don't like it real small pepper. I like to see the pepper on my chicken. Some granulated garlic, and of course, a staple in my life, Slap Your Mama. If you're not using Slap, are you really cooking? Did you really make something if you're not using Slap? Okay, so I'm just gonna take my seasonings. I'm gonna season generously. I don't measure my seasonings, y'all, so I will write a grocery list in the description box, but honestly I couldn't tell you exactly how much you needed, just until the ancestors tell you to stop. However you like to season your chicken is fine for this recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna season both sides. gonna put that to the side. So next I'm about to make my egg wash. In a separate bowl, I'm gonna crack 3 eggs. And some water. We're gonna whisk that together. And then we're gonna add that to our bowl of seasoned chicken. And we're just gonna massage the chicken into that. And this is gonna help the breading stick to the chicken. Don't worry if your seasonings kind of slide into the bowl with the egg. It's okay, it's not gonna affect the chicken at all. Now, I like to use the disposable pans for this process. I'm gonna take some all-purpose flour. It can be the Walmart brand. It doesn't have to be a specific brand of flour. Just get you some white flour, y'all. Like, it's not that hard. And in one of the pans, I'm gonna put the flour down, and then the other pan I'm just gonna use to like set the chicken down once I'm done breading it. So for the breading process, I'm just going to take a piece of chicken and dip it into the flour, and we're actually going to double bread. So this is the first set of breading that I'm going to do. I'm going to do each piece once, then I'm going to go back and do it again. So this is the first set. So now that I've gotten all of them breaded once, I'm going to actually take them, dip them back in the egg mixture and then back into the flour to get this nice, like, thicker breading on it. It's okay if it looks a little clumpy. That's all right. Everything's gonna be fine, I promise. So once we're done with that, we're gonna wash our hands, clean up our area, and now it's time to get our oil, okay? I use peanut oil. If you have an allergy to nuts, you can use vegetable oil, you can use canola oil, you can use whatever oil floats your boat. I just would not recommend using olive oil because it does not have a high flash point. The reason why I like peanut oil is because you can use it on high heat. Most people use it to deep fry. I know they use it at Chick-fil-A, but you don't even need that much oil to begin with. We're going to put the oil in a pan, in a shallow pan, and we're really just going to make maybe like a half-inch deep layer of oil. You don't want it to be too deep, y'all, I swear. And we're going to heat it up nice and hot. And then we're going to set each piece of chicken in there. I was able to do 2 pieces at a time in this pan. Take your time and let it sit there, okay? You want to leave it there until it's you see it start to kind of crisp up around the sides, and then you can flip it. It'll be nice and brown. It doesn't have to be too dark, especially if you're using brand new oil. It's not going to get dark very quickly. So you could just leave it alone and flip it. And you're going to repeat this for every piece of chicken. While the other side is frying, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my onions. I got half an onion that I had left over that I'm just gonna peel the outside and chop up. I'm gonna separate each piece and set those to the side. When my chicken is done, it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, but just when it's done, you can set it to the side and let it drain. Once you're done, you're gonna remove the oil from the pan, but you're not gonna wash it. You see all those bits and stuff at the bottom of the pan? Leave them there because, girl, that's where the flavor's at. In that same pan, you're gonna add your onions to it, and we're gonna cook those down a little bit right in that mixture. I'm gonna give them a little stir, and then I'm gonna add a piece of butter, probably maybe like about a tablespoon of butter, and we're just gonna cook these onions down because you don't want them to be like raw. You just want to cook them down some. Once they're kind of cooked halfway through, we're going to add about not even a whole quarter cup of flour to this. And then we're going to cook that flour down. We're going to mix that up and cook that flour down in the pan. You don't want that flour taste because this is how we're going to start our gravy, okay? For my gravy, I use 2% milk, but you can always use almond milk or whatever kind of milk is your preference. But I like 2% milk because it's not as thick as heavy cream. You can use heavy cream for this, but I prefer milk because it's just not, it gives you a nice smooth gravy for this. I'm going to take this opportunity to season it with some more slap and garlic. I'm going to mix it together and let all those flavors incorporate. Now, this is the secret to any gravy, especially brown or dark gravy that I make. It's the Kitchen Bouquet browning and seasoning sauce. This takes your gravy to the next level, okay? Now, you have to be careful with this because if you put too much, it's going to look like beef gravy, all right? So you want to kind of be light-handed with this. I probably put about a tablespoon, not even a whole tablespoon, maybe like a teaspoon of this in my gravy mixture, and I'm just gonna mix all that up, and you see all that nice rich color. I put my fried chicken in this Pyrex pan, especially because I wanted y'all to be able to see it, but I'm just gonna take the gravy straight from the pan and top it off on my chicken. I actually didn't make enough the first round, so I went ahead and made another batch of gravy. So I would recommend using a whole quart of milk to get enough gravy for your whole pan of chicken. Once this is covered, I'm gonna put this whole pan into the oven for maybe like 15 minutes just to get the chicken to cook the rest of the way through and the flavors and everything to incorporate, and it'll be done. So y'all, look, when I make macaroni and cheese, y'all, I make sure that I make enough to freeze a pan for a later day, and this came in clutch. We were so hungry. I hadn't cooked in a few days, so I was just like, man, I'm about to go all out. We got that pan of macaroni and cheese. Jeff helped me make the cornbread, and I made some green beans to go with it, and ooh, this meal was so good. It just warmed our souls. Let me know if you guys decide to try this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more videos, comment in the comment box below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.